remember our goal is so that when we add these equations together, a variable cancels. So we need variables to have opposite coefficients. So a positive 5 and a negative 5. A positive 6 and a negative 6. Negative 3 and positive 3. So we're looking for the same variable to have opposite coefficients. When I look at this first problem, nothing is opposite right now. So we have to decide, do we want to cancel x or do we want to cancel y? X. Okay, let's look at our x's. If I am going to cancel them, I have to make those opposite. So how could I do that? So if I take the top one times negative 2. So that's everything times negative 2. So that gives me a negative 2x minus a 6y equals negative 12. The bottom one we didn't have to change. Okay. We want to add these. If I add right now, what happens with a negative 2x and a positive 2x? They cancel, and that was our goal. So then we have a negative 6y minus 7y, so negative 13y equals negative 13. So if we divide, negative 13 divided by negative 13 is positive 1. So we get y to equal 1. All right, once I have my y, what do we have to do? We go back to one of the originals, doesn't matter which one, so I usually just go with the first one. And I'm plugging in my y, which was 1. Okay, if you need to, some of you tend to move things to opposite sides without paying attention, so you might draw that vertical line. So x plus 3 equals 6. So if we subtract the 3, x is 3. So order pair x comma y, so 3 comma 1. So same as yesterday. We just have to multiply by numbers to get them to cancel. Let's look at number 2. I am going to skip around a little bit today, but all right, if you are looking at this one, what do you think would be easiest to cancel, x or y? If I want my y's to cancel out, what will I have to do? Second one times negative 3. So I didn't change the first one. Second one, we get negative 6x minus 3y equals negative 15. All right, what do we do now? Do we have opposites? Yep. So now we're going to add our equations together. So positive 9 and negative 6 is a positive 3x. The y is canceled out, equals negative 3. So we divide and we get x to be negative 1. So then I can plug that into either of the originals. So if I just go with the first one, 9 times x, which is negative 1, plus 3y equals 12. Add over my 9. We get 3y equals 21. Divide by 3 and y is 7. So my answer is negative 1, 7. I want you guys to try number 4, please. Take a look. This one we can actually cancel either variable. It won't matter. What did you guys choose to cancel? Okay. So if I want to cancel my y's, I have to take the first one times positive 2. If you wanted to cancel x, what would you have multiplied by? Negative 5. So you could do either way. So this gives me a 2x plus 2y equals negative 6. We didn't change the second one. So if we look, positive 2 and negative 2, they are now opposite. So we can add these together. So we get 7x equals negative 56. Divide by 7, and x is negative 8. Then we plug that back in, so x is negative 8 plus y equals negative 3. So we add over the 8, and y is 5. So it's negative 8, 5. All right, I want you guys to try another one. Let's see if we can have more accuracy this time. I want you to look at number 6. See if you guys can figure this one out. Do you want to cancel x or y? Doesn't matter. Let's say I want to cancel my y's. We cancel them when their coefficients are the same number but opposite. All right, so this is a positive 1 and a positive 2. What would I have to multiply by? Negative 2. Make sure you take everything times negative 2. That's a mistake I'm seeing. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 plus 1y is negative 2y. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. We did not change the second one. Now, when I go to add these, what is negative 6 plus 6? That cancels. That's 0. What is negative 2 plus 2? Cancels out. So this is just 0. All right, what is negative 4 plus 4? 0. Now, if I had 0 equals 5, that's false. That's when I would say no solution. But 0 equals 0 is true. What does it mean if all my x's cancel but I'm left with a true statement? It means infinite. Everything works. So if you had like 0 equals 3, that's not true, so that's no solution. When I have 0 equals 0, that is true. So that means there are infinite solutions. I want to look at problem 8. And everyone needs to pay attention here, because this one's a little bit different. When I look, can I just multiply the top one by something and get my x's to cancel? No. Can I do it with my y's? No. So in this problem, for the first time, we are going to have to take both equations times something. All right, we start by picking which variable we want to cancel. It does not matter. So, y. All right, look at your numbers. We have 3 and we have 4. What can I turn both of those into? 12. What would I have to take the first one times? 4. Okay, so that would give me, if I take all of those numbers times 4, 12x plus 12y equals 36. The second one, I need them to be the same number, so I need a 12, which means we have to take it times 3, but they have to be opposite signs, so negative 3. So, I take all of those numbers times negative 3. So that's negative 15x minus 12y equals negative 30. Double check. Are my y's opposites?
Yeah.
Yes, so we can go ahead and keep going. Positive 12 plus negative 15 is negative 3x. The y's cancel. 36 plus negative 30 is positive 6. Divide by negative 3. We get x to equal negative 2. Once you have x, we're plugging it back into an original. So if I just go with the first one, so that's 3 times the x, which is negative 2, plus 3y equals 9. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, plus 3y equals 9. We add the 6. If you need to draw a line for it, you can. We get 3y equals 15. Divide by 3, and y is 5. So my answer is negative 2, 5. Are there questions there? Let's do one more. You guys walk me through it, then we'll stop for today. So let's just do number 9. All right. Which variable do you want to cancel? X. If I look at those, 5 and 7, what can I turn both of them into? 35. What would I take the first one times to get 35? That's 35x plus 63y equals negative 70. What do we take the bottom one times? Because we need a negative 35x. That's negative 35x minus 50y equals 5. Now, quick check. My x's are the same number, opposite signs, so we can add. Positive 35 and negative 35 cancel. 63 plus negative 50 is 13. Equals negative 65. Divide the 13. And we get negative 5. Then what do I do with that?
You put it back into the equation.
So if I go with the first one, 5x plus 9 times negative 5 equals negative 10. So we get 5x minus 45 equals negative 10. Add over the 45. So 5x equals 35. Divide by 5 and x is 7. So 7